Justin Jefferson, everybody.
You said you had a question for me.
I do, actually.
Yeah, what's your question?
One thing you learned at the off-season program this year?
I learned a lot, man. You know, just not really being in the off-season program that much for the beginning of my career. You know, just having this as my most time I've ever been in the off-season. You know, it was good. You know, just being able to be around the guys, being around the quarterback, learn from the guys, and get better, you know.
I'm going to take that as a guarantee that your presence will continue for
Yeah, we'll talk about that later on. Next question.
Justin, how much do you just feel like things grew with JJ throughout the spring?
Yeah, it grew a lot. You know, just being around him, talking with him, just picking his brain on, you know, just different things, and really just trying to get him to understand that I'm here. You know, just I'm here to, you know, just conversate about, you know, the different things that he see on the field, and I'm also there for him off the field as well. Just being a friend, a guy that, you know, understands his position, understands that he has a lot, you know, going on. So it definitely was great just to be around him during these OTA sessions.
Weird that he's never had a Mike and Ike, though.
Say it one more time.
Weird that he's never had Mike and Ike.
Very weird, very weird. But, you know, it happens sometimes. Sometimes, you know, not everybody is the big candy person. So sometimes I got to put people on.
Do you and JJ have plans to throw in the next month while you guys are off, or hang out or anything like that?
Oh, for sure. I kind of been around a lot this off season in Minnesota, so definitely gonna, you know, pick it back up once we settle down a little bit, get some rest, and mentally, physically, just allow our bodies to reset a little bit. But you know, once we pick things back up, definitely will get out there with him to build that connection and continue on just working on that chemistry.
Justin, you like to tell whoever's throwing the ball, just throw it up and I'll get it. I know that during OTAs and also minicamp, that's the time to kind of like test things out, maybe take some risks. Did you learn anything from JJ in those situations where he could just let it rip and you could just go get it?
Well, he can let it rip for sure. You know, that's definitely thing about him. He has a very strong arm. You know, the velocity of the ball and the spin on the ball. You know, he has a tight spin. You know, it definitely comes to you very quick. You know, very quicker than what you know expect. But you know, just his accuracy and his ability to really put it in, you know, those tight windows. That's something that we're really going to need during the season. You know, not everything is going to be wide open. You know, so sometimes, you know, you got to fit it in that pocket and just allow it to, you know, let it rip sometimes.
Justin, Jim talked about some of the secondary new cornerbacks that you guys have. What have you thought of Isaiah Rodgers and Jeff, who you've obviously faced in the past?
Yeah, great pickups. You know, just going against both of those, you know, players in the past, they're definitely worthy of being on this team. They're definitely guys that we can use all over the field. You know, just Isaiah just being as fast as he is, being able to use him on the special team side, and hopefully we can, you know, create some big spark, you know, on that side as well. So and so is Jeff. You know, he's more of an aggressive corner. He has that speed as well, and he has that ability to really play make and just be annoying cornerback. You know, that's what I like to call those type of corners, annoying cornerbacks, because they know how to be physical. They know how to get you off your route and not being able to have free access. So they're definitely great pickups.
You and him talked about games in the past?
Nah, we don't. Receiver to cornerbacks, we don't never talk about those type of things. We just let it go. Now he's on our side, so now we good.
All jokes aside on that, you have played corners that play the way that he was taught with a previous team. How much does that help you when you get to go against a guy like that in training camp to get ready for that kind
Helps
of coverage?
a lot. Helps tremendously. And that's something I kind of thought about, you know, last week, just thinking about, you know, the different times that I went up against him while he was in Detroit, while he was with Atlanta. So just being able to kind of be in the mix with him every single practice and kind of get on that hands-on feeling of, you know, him not wanting me to get free access. So it's frustrating and it's difficult at times, but it definitely gets me ready for this upcoming season.
Generally, how excited are you? I mean, having had these few days with the team and you look around and see some of the new additions on the offensive line, defensive line, kind of all over the field about how good this team could be this year.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Even last year, just looking at the team, seeing the different playmakers that we had. And, even last year, we felt like we had a great team and we had, great players out there. And even this year, it's the same or even better. Just being able to pick up so many different guys, make so many different changes, and it seems like we didn't miss a beat. So just being able to connect with everybody having that connection, everybody communicating throughout the whole entire field, and just being on the offensive side and hearing the defense communicating as much as they are, that's just going to better our team. Better us offensively, because we're never going to really see a defense as we see out there on the field, and for defense, being able to communicate, being able to have that chemistry, everybody's going to be on the same page.
So guys have signed. You've obviously come here for all of the workouts. 2 of the last 3 years, this team's been good, but have not gotten past the first round.
Mm-hmm.
How much of this, especially now that you're a veteran, how much is this about trying to make a playoff run, about like the pieces being in place to do something special?
Yeah, and that's a tough thing to think about, just because you have 17 games before you even reach that point. So, it's really just taking 1 week at a time, just focusing on ourselves, focus on things that we can better ourselves with every single day. And our motto is getting 1% better every single day. So, it's tough to think about that, and just like you said, we haven't really had success in the past with playoff runs, especially since KO has been here. So, since I've been here this entire time. So it's definitely something that's thought of, but we got to take it week at a time, and when it does get there, of course we need to show up.
What do you think of the spring Jordan had?
Addison?
Yeah.
He has a great spring. I feel like him maturing and him going on his 3rd year, of course, he's a lot more comfortable in this offense, and he's still learning as well. He's learning from me, learning from Coach Keenan. Just learning from different guys. Also told him, to come work out with me. While we have this time off as well, to make sure we have that bond together. He's like little bro too. So just carrying under my wing and just making sure that we both understand that we have a big role in this offense, and the team needs us to be on our A game. So why not have him come and work out with me and just being in the mix, and so we both can see and we both can compete with each other.
Is he talking more?
He's talking a lot more, a lot more. He's getting comfortable with himself here with the team, and just talking to him and just kind of letting him know, like, you also need to be more vocal, just being, starting to become a more leader of this team. Guys want to hear your input as well. Guys want to hear you firing up everybody as well, because he has that motivation, and he's a great player as well. So people are going to listen to him as he speaks. So it's just trying to get him out of that shyness phase, or, just being, closed off with himself. But I think he is getting better with that.
Jaylen Naylor, where are you seeing him become more comfortable?
Yeah, he definitely had, got a little bulkier in the off season. Him putting on some muscle, him being kind of in the mix of the D-line, him having to block some D-linemen. So, but he's coming along as well. I feel like he's also getting a lot more comfortable with the system, a lot more comfortable just being around the guys and talking as well. He's also a shy guy that doesn't really talk as much. So just hearing him talk to me and making jokes on the side, it throws me off sometimes because I'm not used to it. But I'm just glad that everybody is getting a lot more comfortable being around here, and really comfortable with themselves.
Justin, how much pride do you take in that room, getting guys out of their shell, like getting them to speak?
I take a lot of pride in that. I take a lot of pride in everything that I do, just because I know those guys are watching. I know that I'm the vet in the room now, which is crazy. So everything that I do, every catch that I make, every route that I do, they're watching every single step that I make. So and that's for the whole entire world. That's kind of what I take on my everyday living. I just try to make sure that I'm I represent myself in the best way, and I make decisions that I'm not going to regret later on.
Your veteran advice to rookie Ty Felton this spring?
To be honest, I don't really have no other advice, just to be confident. You know, that was the main thing that I felt like I had coming in as a rookie, especially during COVID, not having preseason games. You know, that adversity was there, and I felt like, you know, I didn't have really too much room to really prepare myself or get prepared for the NFL, just with all of the stuff that was going on with COVID. So I just told him just to be confident, just to be yourself. You're here for a reason. You know, we have you on this team for a reason, and everything happens for a reason. You know, it's no better situation that he can come into with me and Jordan as, you know, guys in front of him, and also Speedy, that he can learn from and be a part of. And, you know, why not be in this facility as well? We have the best facility, best everything. So he's in a great spot. Thank y'all. I appreciate it.